I guess we're just that might have to be the new intro, honestly. Just make noises like we got punched in the gut. I don't think that's a bad move. So Cheek, if you give the people a good punched in the gut noise. Canada. And me. All right. Everyone's here. We're ready to rock some GM mode. It's the fall of Backlash, and a lot of grunts and groans like that during the show. We had some pretty, in terms of not having any match randomly suck and go 13 seconds, one of our more successful pay-per-views, I have to say. We're going to take that momentum into here. Someone in this call had made a promise on the last episode, so Teddy Long's going to be in trouble, definitely. Teddy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Swiper nice. But Cheek's going to kick us off with some WCW.
Aha, you're going to have to wait. All right, so do not book my most popular cruiser, and it gives me a limited stock. So nothing I'm too crazy about making sure I get, but if it happens, it happens. So I just want to refresh on some of these. I think most of these were just going to come organically through gameplay. Book 15 shows with a title match. Yeah, so I think promote 3 superstars. So
Book 15 shows with a title match is definitely glitched.
Dude.
That's hilarious, because go back to that one. It has you marked as 12 shows, and we're on week 6. So it's definitely marking each title match for that one, so you'll have that really quick.
Well, hell yeah, dude. maybe we'll try to get it this. We'll definitely get it this. If it counts each one, I'll make sure I do 3 this session. Promote. All right. And there's nothing here that I need to do, so we're pretty clean. So we're gonna go ahead. Let me just check show logistics. I feel like we have 220,000. Do I wanna blow a fat wad?
Do it. Well, Cheeks made blow a fat wad. I'm saying out loud to myself, check your commissioner goal. I was putting together the Backlash video, and I remembered that I never looked. I'm like, oh, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Right there. It's right there.
It's right there, Daddy. Dusty Rhodes.
Like Dusty Rhodes. I was just about to say Dusty Rhodes, baby, right there.
Full of green dust.
All right. There's no. You know what? I don't think there's really anything I wanna do this show. So we're just gonna start booking and see where we end up. So we did lose one of the Escobars.
Oh yeah, you had so I have Joaquin Wild, so it was Cruz del Toro stormed off.
Yes, he bailed, so I don't really have a good tag team rivalry to start with for Roman and Andre. So for right now,
it's Cody Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes, baby.
It's the Rhodes, baby. It's Dusty Rhodes making his debut on WCW. We don't know yet, Daddy. I think for now, I'm gonna lean into my Roman Reigns and Santos Escobar, Daddy, and just see where it goes. Cool. Can't forget about Dusty there. Look at all that stamina. He looks like a man with a lot of stamina.
Picture him with all of Post Malone's tattoos. Think about that for a second.
With his nipples covered.
He doesn't have as big of nipples as Post, so I think it works better. Who wore it better? He would.
He would.
That's something I'd download Community Creations though. If someone could like copy paste Post Malone's tattoos on Dusty Rhodes, then then that's the tag team.
Ooh. Speaking of tag teams. Yeah. We're doing it. We're gonna reinitiate this rivalry. I need to get, before I forget, this onto Blair.
Look Look how popular she is. Hiding
I
on
know.
top.
All right, there we go. So hopefully that saves her from injury, and then I can give her a rest down the line. All right, 2 more to fill. 2 more to fill. Who's willing? All right, I'm gonna sneak him in this match. Cameron Grimes, I gotta watch his stamina. He's getting into that territory. Good times, Grimes.
Do that, man.
And oh gosh, I still gotta get one more match. I feel like, man, this is tough. Stamina is becoming an issue.
First, our classic first show pay-per-view where we all like suck ass because we sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do Finn and Cody, and we are gonna make it a title match. So his stamina is also very dangerous right now. So I gotta pray he doesn't get hurt, or if he does, he's back by the next pay-per-view. So we'll see how this goes. I'm risking a lot for said biscuit. Let me just
You gonna get
adjust.
some gravy with that biscuit?
Maybe. And who's gonna put the gravy on? It's gonna be me, Daddy, because you know
I'll be a good gravy salesman, Daddy.
I'm making my appearance on WCW, Daddy. Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Oh my.
No, I can't do it because
Oh.
the great Cody is in a match.
Oh.
So,
And we just gotta wait for that tag team.
Yeah.
you know what? I just need him to do a self promo and get that popularity up a little bit.
I never
Would you
understood
say-
how he smiled that way.
You just gotta be happy. All right,
Oh,
and
that's
then
why I've never done it.
speaking of not being happy, Post Malone
Oh boy.
continues his journey as superhero in training, and then
They will come.
whew,
That Post
You know
Malone
what?
Rumble win's gonna hit like crazy.
I feel like I just need to rest a bunch of people, so I'm gonna get Gigi in here, and we're gonna have her keep doing some training. So I think that's my show. It's nothing crazy, nothing to write home about, but I do have 2 titles on the line, so I'll have to see if we'll have to see if my For the Belt goes up to 14 after this show. So that's pretty much all we got. We're gonna try to save some money, and maybe the big splash comes next week. So there we go.
All right, we head over to ECW. Ricochet comes over. Hey, DiBiase, you're probably aware Butch has been giving me problems all week. Had to dig my bag out of the trash. Got people saying they saw him throw it in there. Had enough of his disrespect. I want to sell things in the ring with him. I guarantee things are going to get heated. So we'll take this. We've got tag feuds with those guys currently not the same tag feud, but since they have a singles feud, we'll take a free rivalry. That's fine. One less thing we got to get set up. And we'll get a little increase to Ricochet's morale. Ah, fuck. The new necklace gang might be breaking up already. Hey, come on. I gotta let you know, I can't stay in team with Brooks. He's the reason we keep losing our tag team matches. I can't drill it into a thick skull, huh? So let me prove who the problem is on the team here. Give me a singles match tonight. I'll show him how it's done, huh? All right, well, we're gonna give him the match. We'll have to see. Do we have the new necklace gang face?
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Shake up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Fuck yeah. Cheek already did his. All right. All match types are free, but that's only one show. And I don't think I would go a lot of match types here. We also get pack 'em in. I feel like that's going to be my pick every time.
I'm gonna cry when I don't get it.
All right. Cool. So Cheek and me are the pack 'em in brothers.
Let's go. We're
Fuck
packing
yeah,
things
brother.
in.
Yeah, you're the Packin' brothers.
We just pack, baby.
And then a free health spa. I'll double check. I believe that's from Macho Man. That was his like level 25 ability. So he's gonna take you to the spa. Have at least one submission match for a pre-match physio. Not a bad card, especially how we're talking, you know, stamina gonna start kicking. Contract negotiation, I think. I mean, I guess I'm I'm grabbing this. At some point, I'm going to go, ooh, I need to get a contract negotiation card. Now I have one. Take advantage while it's there. So we've got some extra money from the Queen of the Ring special, but I don't know if I want to make an upgrade, potentially expand the roster with talent. So I don't think I'm going to make like a dynamite move this week, because it's going to be more of a low-key show anyway, probably calling it pay-per-view. We've got our 2 goals for getting the money cooking. We need to book advertising promos. We've only done that in 2 shows. We need to do that 10. Talent scouts will get, popularity will get. And then all the match rules, I think we could rock some of that as the roster expands. That's singles, tag team, triple threat, fatal 4-way. 3 power cards during week can be tricky. Steel cage, backstage brawl, we can do. Same thing with TLC, just a little on the pricier side. But we're having a submission match this week, and there we go. So potentially could use that new contract negotiation on the Macho Man when his negotiation comes up. Because we signed him for 3 weeks. Pay-per-view was the first one. And then, okay, so Ricochet gets a match against Butch. Tony D'Angelo wants a singles match. I was going to do like a fatal 4-way, but his specifies a singles. So let's go ahead and get Ricochet and Butch. Get that taken care of. Tony D'Angelo wants to fight in a singles match. But, like, put him against Brooks. They're both faces. So I could have him just like face Ridge Holland this week, or I could also have him face Brooks. I'm gonna peel back and just kind of sit that for a second and hope I don't forget. On the women's side of things, Xia Li, Becky Lynch ended their feud, but Bayley and there it is, Tegan Knox are still level 3. So I might look to sign like a level 5 female to get Becky quickly into another feud. Potentially Montez Ford and Joaquin Wilde still have their thing going, but Montez Ford is injured for 3 weeks. Macho Man, Logan Paul had their big match. I feel like we go promos with them though, because Logan Paul's stamina is really low after pay-per-view. Okay, so let's start moving here. So we're gonna have Mach call out Logan Paul after their crazy Extreme Rules match. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this to level 4. That way we don't gotta worry about it. Joaquin Wilde, Montez Ford. Then we want an advertising promo so I can push towards that goal. So I could do Bex. I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Becky. We'll wait a week to try to sign somebody for her. We'll have her come out here. We might do. So Ricochet wants to fight Butch. Does it say in a singles match or just in general? Just in general. So Tony D'Angelo wants a singles match definitively. I'm thinking about maybe getting all the match rules because I could go triple threat with my remaining females. Tegan Knox and Bayley potentially go level 4. Tegan Knox, or excuse me, Xia Li keeps busy in the meantime. Then I go tag team. And I have Uncle Rico not take on their rivals, but take on Butch and Ridge Holland. So it doesn't advance that singles feud. It's not going to do any feud advancement, but it does take care of the promise. Then we have Tony D'Angelo get a singles match. And then we would have to... We might have Logan Paul do a promo. Macho Man enter into a fatal 4-way just for chaos. Actually, we're going to go... So we're going to go like this. We're going to have Logan Paul do this call out. So he'll only get 6 stamina back instead of all of it. But we're going to have Tony D'Angelo and Macho Man fight. A singles match. And then we make a low-key signing on the men's or women's side. And that determines if we sign a woman, this becomes a fatal 4-way. If it's a man we sign, then we'll go fatal 4-way with Kaiser, Vinci, Jensen, and whoever we grab. I don't want to blow the wad here, but I'm going to go to level 10 to 14. I think we talked about this in a recent episode where like a lot of the 5 to 9 people we probably have leveled up by having featured. So go level 10 to 14. Yeah, I'm not really worried. We're just gonna search it open and see what happens. Bang.
Could even do 2.
This is true. I could do one of each.
Ooh.
Shoosh.
Oh shit. I was looking at Kofi at first, but I can't resist.
Oh no.
I wanted him season 1.
He might get swiped.
I gotta risk it, I think. I gotta risk it. Look at him. He's begging to be a star on ECW. No, he's coming in. We're gonna go 4 weeks. Chad Gable on ECW. Almost tried to trade Canada for him last year. Was jealous watching him on WCW. On Raw. We're gonna let him thrive here on ECW. So this is our Fatal 4-Way. Now we got to get match order here. Triple H wants a submission match for pre-match physio. We're just gonna make this a submission match, and that's gonna main. And I think this tag opens, and to just give it that little tiebreaker, the classic Cody throws the tables match to just make it stand out a little bit. Ooh, Gable. I mean, a lot of fingers in this match when you think about it. And Giovanni Vinci just
I hold my
ruined the
fingers like
shtick.
this.
Damn, do I have any more finger guys? I don't think I do, because everyone else is
Hey, yo.
here. Damn.
Macho's almost there.
Yeah,
Whoa, who's
Macho-
that? Go to that first match. Butch kind of has a
But
finger.
like, if he was just like picking his nose with where he's got the fist,
Go to the free agents. Is there one that has a?
was there a finger?
Damn.
Had there been a finger in here, I would have done it just for that match. Sometimes you got to
Fingerless.
sell for the meme. All right, so Chad Gable now 4-week contract. He'll expire right before the pay-per-view. Macho's got 2 weeks. Then we've got Ricochet getting his match. Tony D'Angelo getting a solo match. True point to his partner, doesn't have to be against his partner. We got Triple H's goal, that gets us a pre-match physio. We've got each match rule, so we'll get one of those knocked out. Not a terrible show. I don't feel like crazy about it, but I don't think it'll be too bad. We send it in.
Coral Anderson.
Coral.
We're gonna deal with a expiring contract later. Damian Priest says the bisexual Undertaker says Kevin has been handing me nothing but losses. There's somebody else I can go up against. Sure, we can. But guess who's gonna interfere in that match? Coral Anderson's. Okay, but then Omos wants a rematch against Coral. So for the Homo sapiens, I might have to keep Coral. I want a rematch in the next 2 weeks. Okay, well, if we keep him, sure.
Fun fact for you, Cheek, real quick. My first dynasty on stream for College World 25 is South Florida, and our coach is Omos because he played basketball.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The world comes together.
That's something.
It really does. And Coral wants almost 50 grand to stay. Let's talk. Let's talk numbers. What about 33.5? That saves a decent chunk of change there. But he'll take it. Okay, good. He's a little shifty-eyed, frowny face.
Yeah, he's pounding, but we can fix
It's
pounding.
okay. And guess who doesn't get Pac-Man in?
Well, one of the other ones might be cool.
Anyways, a fighter superstars triple the cost but double the fan gain of charity promos. David and Goliath, the superstars who win against superstars at or above ring level 20 gain 10 popularity, but superstars at or above ring level 20 lose morale. And all the cruiser superstars get 3 mic stamina. See, this is pretty terrible in terms of shakeups.
And I'll say too that the PR training, I learned this. So last year, if you guys recall, if we did that, it held like future seasons. This year it resets. So you would give +3 to your cruisers, but they would go back to their normal level at the end of the season.
Okay. So that's Rey Mysterio and Scripps, and that's it. So we're not doing that one for sure. Oh, and the advertising queen, but she doesn't need. She don't need +3 mic skills. Fighter superstars triple the cost but double the pay and gain of charity promos. And charity promos is what? The fans?
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
it's
Triple the
so
cost.
last year that shakeup, we never really used it. None of us use it, but other people, that one was broken. If you have fighters with good promo skill, that's a good way to grab fans. but you
Right.
need to have the money to pay for set.
Right. That's why I'm thinking David Goliath. And who do I have above 20? Rey Mysterio. That might be it. Oh, shit. I might have to just go fight Generous Fighters. I won't do it every single week. Probably because I'll forget about it by the next time we record. But for now, we're going to rock it. Generous Fighters. Just because I don't have really... I'm not going to have Rey Mysterio lose all that morale and leave the show. So...
Not today, Satan.
We'll save that. We're gonna save that. We gotta do what everybody else did. We gotta take a look at everything. Big play, 3 power cards during 1 week, 3 times. I can get this show if I can manage to rattle off 3 because the what do you call them? GM power cards do count.
Yes.
So if I can use something like Get Schooled, maybe a network specialist, or I know a guy and then maybe look for something, or maybe. No, I don't want to use it on Angelo because the rehab is 2 weeks. He's only 1 week, so we're not going to use that. I probably would just use Talent Scout, but anyways, let's just figure it out later. We have $230,000. I'm not spending that because we won't be able to book anything. Okay, not blowing any wads.
No wad.
Let's see what show we can book here. Oh yeah, that rivalry ended anyway, so we're not going to kick it back up. So that's perfect if you want to fight somebody new. That means you are going to fight the Intercontinental Champion. You're going to go down a ring there. You know what? We'll see if you can take it out of his hands. I want Indy Hartwell in a match. She has 100 stamina. She needs to go up against somebody not. So she's going to go up against the Advertising Queen. I think it's just proper. 70 popularity without a belt. She is technically the most popular woman. That gives you a title shot right off the bat. Anyways, purchase all power cards before a show. I forgot I was doing this. So I'm not doing that because I need to save money. We'll worry about that later. 5 shows where every match type is different. 10 shows of GM interference. We already did the 600K. Just 10 shows with interference, not GM interference. 3 ambulance matches. We've already done 1. Damn, I guess we just did that for renewing Coral Anderson's. 400K on power cards and 10 shows with an advertising promo. So we'll definitely lock in an advertising promo this week. The Queen can't do it. She's busy.
The Queen.
It's gotta be a wrestler.
Gotta be a wrestler this week. We are gonna make Kevin Owens because he's only 25 stamina. We'll get our champion peddling something.
Ooh.
Drugs. We are gonna get Rey Mysterio, and we are gonna put him up against Omos and hopefully get a feud brewing here for the Homo Sapiens.
Yeah, shouts out to the Homo Sapiens.
And Carl is who wanted his it was Omos who wanted him. Okay. He doesn't have a rivalry going with him? Oh, it's the tag rivalry. Okay, dokes, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that next week if I remember. Or Omos is gonna be mad at me. So don't forget, let's have a run in here. And we'll also book a triple threat. Randy Orton, Wolfgang, and I think I'll actually do Grips and Tyler. Great, I said them the opposite way. That's fine. Yeah, that is looking like a decent little show. I'm gonna put the 2 title matches up front. I'm gonna run in here. Robert Roode's gonna give a little self promo, and Raquel Rodriguez is gonna call out Alexa Bliss.
La Chocolate.
So that's feeling pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave that for now. But now it's time.
Oh no.
To get schooled.
Yeah, it is time to get schooled, actually.
The way you said this time made me think of the old like UFC like ring announcer guy. I don't know if he still does, but it's time!
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Bruce Buff. Yeah, of course he does. Okay, skip skill 3 is the 30 ring XP. It'll boost somebody up pretty high, and I think I'm gonna boost up. Omos. That brings him up to 18.
Wow.
Pretty good.
This gold is such a fun card to get. Just to level people up, get the
I
perks.
think I am going to just use Network Specialist because we can't use it in a pay-per-view week anyways. It'll help us get some fans this week, and we don't burn an I know a guy because we're not going to sign a guy this week because...
Oh, gosh.
Because we are dealing...
No.
Well, let's take a look. Let's just take a look. Hold on. Hold on.
For the fans. For the fans.
Yeah, for the fans. We got to look at who Teddy has. We don't get to look. We don't get to look at his roster often. So here it is.
This is actually very true.
Popularity, sorting by popularity. His most popular is Josh Briggs. Don't want him. Joe Gacy. Don't want him. Dexter Lobas. We traded him for a reason. Don't want him. Asuka. She's been a popular Raw staple, but don't want her. Baszler, don't want her. Can't even say her name. And her fist, way too big. Charlotte Flair, woo, don't want her. MVP, don't want him. I kind of want
They
LA
signed
Knight.
Stardust.
Why wouldn't they sign Stardust? I almost kind of want Big
That's
Stardust.
hilarious. I forgot Stardust was available to be signed. Oh, that's
actually-
funny.
I need
So
the trade
technically-
for Stardust.
Yeah, so what's WCW? Think about that. Is that allowed? Is that allowed in his contract?
I know, right? Can I have Stardust by Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes. Okay. Yeah, we're not taking anybody from Teddy Long.
Yeah, he has a
let's
trash
take-
roster.
You know, there's one person on this roster.
Oh,
There
God.
is. I've been sending the boys texts all week, and they have been of a certain tattoo maniac. And will I hit the X button? No, I'm hitting
No,
circle
he's
because I'm
not.
definitely
Oh
doing
my
for Cody. Yeah, for sure, 100%. And I'm taking Macho
Yep,
Man.
that was-
Randy Savage.
Wait, it's not confirmed.
So again, we talk about it, and Cody, I was going to save this card for next week to see what you do with all your money and all that stuff. But because you said you were considering using the extension 2 weeks on Macho, I said I wanted you to hopefully sign him for like 5 or 6 and then steal him right from under you. But I'm going to go ahead and utilize the fact that Macho Man will be permanently joining our roster. So he's 2 weeks left. But when I do this, Macho Man Randy Savage will be with us until the rest of the season. So we have Rey Mysterio as our first legend. Macho Man Randy Savage, we're stealing from Cody as our second
I
legend.
think it's good. The
Damn.
second he lost that match at Backlash, I was like, shit. I was hoping whoever I signed to face Logan Paul, I was like, I hope they win. But
Oh.
Logan Paul gives. Oh my God, I forgot about this power card.
And I just decided to see what Triple H said,
Oh,
and
good
he
thing you
wants Beth
remembered.
Hoffman. So let's go ahead and make this a triple threat. We're going to give Cora Jade a title shot because she did a great showing at Queen of the Ring, Queen's Crown. She had a great showing. I'm going to give her a title match. Raquel Rodriguez had her shot at the pay-per-view. We're going to go ahead and make this a triple threat match, fatal 4-way. This is looking like a decent show now. I'm not mad. And we have network specialists, and we have Macho Man Randy Savage joining us next week live on Smackdown. So smack that subscribe button, hit the like button, and get me all the letdown comments in the damn video. I want to see them let down, all in capital letters. Thank you.
And that best
Wow.
offense card, I don't know if any. I can't remember if any of us have gotten it yet, but that'll allow Canada to have a week where if he knows power cards are coming, he can block one of those cards. So like if he had that before just a minute play, he could have protected himself from that as an example. Well,
No,
no, not
it doesn't
GM
work.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drysis, I was like, wait. But like say like a veto star or like bargain bin effect, stuff like that, he could have pick a time this year where he protects himself. So that's a big game there too.
Huge.
All right. That was a load. I am thankful to still have Post Malone on my roster as
The only reason I didn't take Dusty Rose is because he's got to fight with his son. I'm not gonna take that away from the
Hey,
people.
I respect that a lot. I appreciate that because that would have crippled me.
It would've-
So
yeah,
Speaking of crippling, we have a ladies tag match. I don't know. So Rhea Ripley, Blair Davenport. Hopefully Blair does not get hurt. We're gonna see if the belts change hands, though. Oh, they don't. But good news is Blair doesn't get hurt, so we take it.
That's huge.
And Dusty Rhodes Daddy comes out, making his WCW debut, and he says, "I should have more fans," and people fall in line as he gets a little more popular. And then Roman Reigns and Santos Escobar renew their rivalry, and to no one's surprise, Roman Reigns whoops his ass.
Oh, yeah.
The rivalry doesn't grow, though. But what is growing is Post Malone's ring XP.
And
he was, well, good lord, they get bigger every time. And then, so he goes pretty good ring XP gain, even though the promo was okay. And you know what's better than okay is Cameron Good Times Grimes. He's always having a good time. And let's see if he still is after this match, because he wins. And the rivalry even grows. Hell yeah, brother. See, you need him on the ECW roster for the finger pointing match, because he's got a good one.
I'll give you everything I have.
Speaking of finger, that's all I ever wanted. Speaking of finger pointing, Gigi Dolan, she gets 6 ring XP, which is, I feel like that's better than an okay promo rating, but whatever. And then the main event, hopefully Finn does not get injured, but we are running this match back. It's a title match. Let's see if the belt changes hands.
Ooh.
Oh no, Finn Balor beat my thumb. Oh no, and he's out for 5 weeks, daddy.
No,
We're gonna have to use the card to reduce his injury time. But will I? I don't know. But I'm on WCW now, so keep watching.
Then we head over to AI Raw. And they're going to kick it off with MVP and Joe Gacy taking off R-Truth and Akira. Holy shit. Akira Tozawa. The Fiend Bray Wyatt comes in. He caused me to stroke out, and he causes MVP and Joe Gacy to get a 3-star victory, starting a feud between Bray Wyatt and R-Truth. Drew Gulak calls out Josh Briggs and says, "How the hell are you the most popular man on Raw?" And that starts a feud between those two. Then we got Karrion Kross taking on Paragon and Jay Pierce. Karrion Kross going to get the victory. Very disappointing. 1.5 stars. Charlotte Flair cuts self-promo. Very good self-promo. She's going to get +4 popularity. And then we found out they're going to that cosmic place in Stardust. Some man just glistened in silver and red, taking on LA Knight and Stardust. 1.5 stars, disappointing. Fans wishing he had an Intercontinental title around his waist, maybe. JD McDonough, your world champion, comes out, cuts a charity promo with 4,500 fans to the Raw audience. In the main event, Shayna Baszler taking on Asuka. And Shayna Baszler, I'm never going to unsee how large her fist is. 3.5 stars. Rivalry to level 4. We head over to ECW. It's tag team action. Ricochet came backstage and he went up to Uncle Howdy and he said, "That son of a bitch Butch took my bag, put it in the trash." And Uncle Howdy slowly raised his hands, and then it made Ricochet raise his hands. And Howdy said, "We take offerings for peace and blood." And then they came to the ring in tag team action and got just that, putting them through the table. 3.5 stars. 2 teams are in different tag team rivalries. This was just to appease the Ricochet promise. We get it done. Logan Paul comes out to the ring and he says, "Look, Macho Man, I've heard a lot of rumors about where you're going to make your residence. You know what? Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me you'd ink a contract to another show. Because at Backlash, I proved to the world that you just can't hang with the viral sensation, the Maverick." Nothing was said. Triple threat action, Bayley, Tegan Knox continuing their green off with Xia Li sneaking in red. Bailey going to get the win, 3 stars, and the Bailey Tegan Knox feud pushes to level 4. Joaquin Wilde calls out Montez Ford, mocking him for trying to do a frog splash off a ladder and injuring himself at Backlash. Montez Ford stuck at home waiting for another opportunity at the television championship. And then Brooks Jensen held his finger, pointed it towards himself. Chad Gable, juice is on the brand. But then Ludwig Kaiser lifted his finger with a whisper. And then Giovanni Vinci went to raise his finger, but Ludwig Kaiser gave the same finger and stared him down, and Giovanni Vinci fell in line and put his arms behind his back, but behind his back, one finger is lifted. Fatal 4-way action here. Thank you, Chad Gable, in his first night on the brand. Gets a victory, 1.5 stars. That was just a thrown together match and starts a singles feud with Brooks Jensen. We will take that as well. And she might not be an advertising queen, but she is the queen of the ring. Becky Lynch coming to the ring, selling the official scepter to celebrate her victory. She sells $17,500 worth at the expense of only 4 popular. We'll take it. And then the main event, Tony D'Angelo says, I want a singles match. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you've been here for 5 seconds or 5 years. You come to the ring, you make me, I'm going to put you in a choke, I'm going to tap you out with a Lasagana. It don't matter. All of a sudden, Randy Savage comes down to the ring, stitched up from last night, last week, whatever the hell. Can Macho Man make Tony D'Angelo tap out? He does not.
Ooh. Wow.
Because Tony D'Angelo, as Macho Man steps to the ring, Tony D'Angelo just says, ECW, 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 and the whole roster just starts screaming it at him. And Macho Man he says, I quit! I quit! And he storms off to his new home on Smack Diddly Down.
And over on Smack Diddly Down, opener, Indy Hartwell, Alexa Bliss, Cora Jade got in there as per Triple H's request. Is there going to be a new women's champion, or can Alexa Bliss show she's more than just an advertising queen? Oh, the title match was not on. But she won anyway.
Did win.
So she did. She's more than just an advertising queen, and we'll all just pretend she kept her belt because we always forget that the belt changes when you change the match type. Anyways, Raquel Rodriguez calls out the advertising queen and our women's champion, and that grows to level 3. In our mid card, we have a fatal 4-way. The Fatalist, Randy Orton and Wolfgang are feuding. Tyler Bate and Scripps are feuding. I said, y'all just get in the ring and have a good time together. Figure it out yourselves. And Randy Orton comes out victorious. Great match. Brings them both up to level 4. That's like a double down in a way itself. So like that. Kevin Owens cuts a promo. 17,000, only loses 1. That's why he's our champion, as he promotes maple syrup, the most delicious Canadian kind. In our mid card, Rey Mysterio making his debut on SmackDown after 2 weeks of training to become permanent on our roster. He's going to take on the giant Omos. But Carl Anderson is running in, and he's going to upset Omos. Rey Mysterio wins. Oh, and it does pop an Anderson Omos feud, which will work. We'll work Rey Mysterio in there somewhere, or maybe we'll just have to sign another giant. Robert Roode comes out and cuts a good promo, gains 2 popularity. Damian Priest came crying to me, said, I don't want to face a Canadian anymore. I want to face someone else. So he's going to face Braun Strowman. And I said, we'll throw the Intercontinental title on the line too, because I'm kind of hoping Braun Strowman loses this, get him in the tag division and instead of holding 2 belts. And he does. Wow. Damian Priest takes the Intercontinental title. Great match to finish off SmackDown. And we roll out the red carpet for the Macho Madness.
All right, some powerful shows this week, especially for us going off pay-per-views. I feel like we threw some good stuff together on ECW. 3.5 stars in the opening tag. Uncle Rico taking down the Brawling Brutes. Then we had Bailey and Tegan Knox. The rivalry goes level 4 as Bailey wins a triple threat with Xia Li also involved. 3 stars. 1.5 stars. Chad Gable has arrived on ECW. He's picked a fight with Brooks Jensen, winning the match as Imperium just was also there. And then the main event, Tony D'Angelo and the ECW roster team up to make Macho Man Randy Savage quit after rumors swirl that he's heading out the door to head to bluer pastures. And then we've got Joaquin Wilde pushing the feud to level 4 with Montez Ford. Over on SmackDown, 2 stars in the opening contest, Alexa Bliss. We're saying she defended that damn belt. She won the match over Corey Jade and Indy Hartwell. Randy Orton wins a fatal 4-way over Wolfgang, Tyler Bate, and Scripps. Both rivalries going from level 3 to level 4 in this match. A little KFC double down in a new fashion. Coral Anderson interferes, helping Rey Mysterio defeat Omos, and Coral and Omos are going to start a level 1 feud. And in the main event, new Intercontinental Champion is Damian Priest takes down Braun Strowman, 3.5 stars. And on the call-out, Raquel Rodriguez gets her feud to Alexa Bliss up to level 3. For WCW Women's Tag Team action, Rhea Ripley, Blair Davenport hanging on to the belts in a 3.5-star match over Tiffany Stratton and Zoe Stark. Roman Reigns takes down Santos Escobar in a 2.5-star match. Cameron Good Times Grimes going to get the win, 2.5 stars over Trick Williams, pushing their rivalry to level 4. And then Finn Balor, he will be injured for 5 weeks, but an incredible match as he defeats Cody Rhodes in a 4.5-star match for the United States Championship. Finally on AI Raw, MVP and Joe Gacy take down R-Truth and Akira Tozawa, 3-star match. The Fiend runs in, costing Truth and Tozawa. The Fiend and R-Truth beginning a singles feud. 1.5 stars, Karrion Kross takes down Paragon J. Pierce. Newly signed Stardust defeats LA Knight, 1.5 stars in the main event. 3.5 stars, Shayna Baszler defeats Asuka, their rivalry up to level 4. And then Drew Gulak calls out Josh Briggs for a level 1 feud. So for our recaps, first show of the recording, 111 rating score. For Cheek, 45,000 fans, $110,000. Good show after pay-per-view. Over on AI Raw at 98. Low score for Raw, 36,000 fans.
Let's go.
$97,000. MVP and Joe Gacy have tag team chemistry. For ECW, 103 rating score. We'll get 35,000 fans on our side and $116,000. And then finally for SmackDown, 103 score. They get the network special bonus. So they're going to get 53,000 fans, $163,000. So very good week to use that network special. Cashing out big time. Sold out for Cheek. Or limited stock, I guess. This is the actual name of the card for his commissioner goal. Pre-match physio for my commissioner goal. SmackDown going to grab the best offense for their commissioner goal. And so that was using 3 power cards in a week 3 times. So used a network special to make it happen. And then in return, you got a replacement network special. Not a bad gig.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. And there are our standings. So this race is heating up in a hurry, man. So I've got just an 11,000 fan lead on SmackDown. Raw is 22,000 fans behind that, and Cheek is just 8,000 fans behind Raw. So I mean, Cheek to me is 41,000 fans. That's a couple good weeks or a big pay-per-view. Like this is tight, which we like to see.
Right
we like
there.
it nice and tight.
Ooh, advertising.
Teddy says you're going to get a tier 1 advertising logistics. So we're going to take another hit this week. And he said, I decided to leave ECW. Once approached me about joining SmackDown, and I decided to take the offer. No offense. I did like being at ECW, but I can't pass up
No,
this
you
opportunity.
didn't. No, you didn't. You lost twice. Come to SmackDown.
Ricochet, who thankfully isn't leaving. Thanks for the match against Butch. It's always better to sell those things in the ring. I don't know if either of these messages matter. I can say great match, or I can say the extra emotion really helps sell. We'll just say great match. I think both of those would have done the same thing. Tony D'Angelo thanks us for giving him a singles match to prove to Brooks Jensen he's going to get his act together. And look at that. They're ready to take over the tag team division. So new Necklace Gang, NNG, going to stay together. Speaking of the NNG, Brooks Jensen says, I've been putting a lot of work. Oh, God. Okay. So, this is interesting because Logan Paul doesn't have a feud. Apparently, Ludwig Kaiser's got a perk upgrade. So the idea here would be, now we know we get plus 20 on our champs for ECW. We have used it to the moon card on Brooks Jensen. So if say Brooks Jensen won the title, he would be just 2 popularity behind what Logan Paul is right now. So it really wouldn't be that crazy of a dip. And then I could have Chad Gable, who came onto the roster. Now he's low on popularity because Raw didn't know how to love him. But we could have, I mean, if Brooks won the title, I could just run with that. Or I could have, you know, Logan Paul stay involved as a triple threat. So I think we can give Brooks the title. I don't think him holding the belt hurts anything. So you know what? You'll get your shot within 3 weeks. Magical. Magical. All right, so Chad Gable's contract going to be up in a few weeks. Schedule running on a champion for a contract negotiation, so we're going to do that. I'm actually going to put that on the card immediately so I don't forget. And we are going to go with this. We're going to have Ridge Holland to fight Ricochet with the run-in. This, I assume, counts since Ricochet is one half of the tag champs. It does. Cool. So that takes care of that, just so I don't forget. We want an advertising promo, so we'll get that. The match rules, we might try to do that again. We'll kind of see, but let's see how we're looking with Ludwig Kaiser. He's got a new perk for level 10. We're going to go basic injury. We all are on the same boat. It's pretty rare that we select basic power card because it's tough to guarantee that you're going to bring someone back. So we're going to go basic injury on him. And then we're going to start booking the show. We still got 44, so this might be, we could make the huge upgrade to Stadium. Just kidding, I have 2 assets. I paid no attention to my asset count when I said that out loud. I forgot we made a lot of upgrades, so those assets, I had a bunch of them forever, but we have upgraded a lot, so never mind. So we've got Uncle Howdy is in a single suit with Giovanni Vinci. Brooks is in with Chad Gable. Logan Paul's vibing. You know, we could do is we could go like this. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I'm gonna lock into this, but I just want to see how it all looks. So that would take care of the title match. It buys Logan Paul a week. Then we go tag team with the ladies since we haven't signed a new one yet. So we have Becky Lynch, Tegan Knox take on Bailey and Xia Li. Xia Bailey? That's not that great. I was like sounding out in my head. I'm like, I don't like this anymore. Okay, then we get Uncle Howdy, Giovanni Vinci. They're in a rivalry. Then we go Tony D'Angelo, Keen Wild. This is, I'm going to double check that it counted that last one. I think it did. Yeah, 5 shows with all match rules, so that was good. So we basically just like keep chipping away at that to get, I don't even remember what I get for that. I haven't paid attention. So we get a random power card, which could be great, could be nothing, but I think it's worth doing. We also have to use 3 power cards in 1 week 3 times. Ooh, I might grab these 2. Do I have a, no, I have a health spa because Mach set us up before he skedaddled. So I think I am gonna grab this Get School. That's something easy to use on a week where I'm using other things to get that 3-piece. And then leaves us with just 1 promo slot, but we could go Kaiser for advertising. But we're gonna go ahead and make a search because we have a homecoming card. So I am going to make a signing for 1 week. I'm going to leave it wide open, let fate steer the wheel.
Ooh.
We'll send the person away for 2 weeks, have them a permanent member for the rest of the season. So they won't be featured on this show. We'll still have like those 2 promo slots open, but that's okay. So here we go. The search is on, brother. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So our options, we got Jake the Snake Roberts, who was up there when Macho Man was up. So we get a beginner's luck power card after each PLE. That is the lowest popularity, gets, I think, +5. Roddy Piper has a stamina set. Oh, at the start of every season. Never mind. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, after every PLE? No. It's really not that crazy.
Every PLE would make more sense.
Yeah, oh, I'd be fine. I was like, oh shit. Stacy Keebler would be a big grab to women's division. Chance of being injured are reduced by 10%. And then we got Eddie Guerrero, gains morale. I think this is the move.
Eddie.
I think Eddie's the biggest star of the group. Would be my favorite to see like in a match. We could have a frog splash off between him and Logan Paul at some point. He goes between cruiser and specialist. Tables match specialty as well in there with special guest ref, but tables match, I like to throw those on. So yeah, I think we're gonna go Eddie for a week. Then, so we spent basically 90,000 to get Eddie. We're gonna, before I forget, because that would make me cry, we're gonna use Homecoming on Eddie, so he'll go away for 2 weeks.
Bye.
I think since we used that, let's go ahead and knock out 2 other cards. So everyone's in action this week. I don't want to use this contract negotiation. I want Gable to be a long time part, but I want to save that until we're a little tighter. But we could go get schooled and bargain bin. We'll just put that on Teddy since he hit us with bad advertising.
Bad advertising.
And then we're going to come in with a get schooled card, +5 ring XP. So is anyone close? Like 1 level away from a perk upgrade. Not really. So let's just go with thinking Bex. I think I could get her up to 20 pretty soon. So I think we're just gonna give her a little boost. I don't even know if that'll get her to 19, but oh, it does get her 19. Okay, cool. So that's 3 power cards in a week used there with Get Schooled, Bargain Bin, and Homecoming. So that'll knock out one of those 3 for me. And then, yeah, I think we're good. Again, we'll be a little light on the promos this week, but I'm okay with that as we chase that other power card in the meantime. We got to run in, so we get another contract negotiation. Brooks Jensen gets his promise. And again, if he wins the title, no worries. If Chad Gable wins the title, I have no problem having him and Brooks Jensen be a feud. Logan Paul is at risk for injury, but I think I'm going to leave it. I have a physio. Do I want to use a physio?
That's 4 cards this week.
I know. That's why I'm like, damn, I could have just done the physio instead of the bargain bin. I think I'm going to risk it. Yeah, we have injury rehab 3, so we'll risk it.
For all the business.
Which of these? So the run-in definitely stays there. We're going to give the ladies the classic tables match opener. Actually, let's sneak a TLC in here. We have a goal to book 10 TLCs, so there's a reason to toss one on. And what they're grabbing is Pride. All right. So we're locking in 38,000 on the show. Eddie Guerrero on the roster in a few weeks. EC Dub. EC Dub.
Forever. Here we go. Braun Strowman's not happy about losing his strap. No. He wants a rematch against Damian. He is happy face. I could just tell him nah. But you know what? For the lore, he's enacting his rematch clause. That's a thing. It's in his contract. I can't say no to his contract. So sure, you'll get your damn rematch if I remember it.
Yeah, already misses wearing.
Angelo says, I just wanted to remind you, expect my revenge bout against Anderson in tonight's show. You've been out for 3 weeks.
That's nice.
Where have you been?
Remind you, to be fair.
That is actually very nice of him to remind me. So Angelo's back, and then Macho Man says, hi, Woods. It's great to be joining you. You're in Smackdown. Got a lot of disrespect at ECW.
Whoa! Whoa!
I know. Owen. Well, I can't see his thing. I'm raring to go. He's raring to go. One submission match this week gives us bad timing. Love that. We are definitely going to get a little submission match going. all the 3 power cards. Every match has a different match type. Need to get going on that. And interferences. Ugh, we've got a lot on the go. Okay. One thing I want to do is look. We are going to make a search. Damn, no men here? No men jobbers I can grab? Okay, that's fine. We have an I know. We have an I know a guy. Let me just try something. So before I forget, and I forgot last week, we are gonna have a fighter do a charity promo. How much is it? It's triple the cost. It's $36 goddamn $1,000.
If you have a good promo guy that does it, it would be like you could get like 18,000 fans.
Yeah, I just literally grabbed at my neck collar and went, ooh.
Yeah.
Expensive. So that is, you know what? Sometimes you gotta spend money to make money. We're gonna take a look to see if we can grab anyone level 10 to 14 for 4 scouty points, 4 to 5 promo. Maybe we'll sign them for 4 weeks until pay-per-view, and then we'll literally just run.
You wanna hold on. You wanna check for fighters with that? Well, you'd have to use an I know a guy card, but
no, we got 5.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're good.
Good call. Thank you. Oh, buddy.
Fuck.
Ooh, the Duke.
The Duke is 4. Carmella's 4. 4. 4. I think we gotta get Duke for 4 weeks.
Duke.
Power of the head, man.
And again, like if we need to take a week off, we don't want to spend 36. We just throw him in a match. Can't hate that. So 4 weeks. Duke Hudson, baby.
Nice.
Throw him up. We're signing the Dukes here for 4 weeks. That feels good. That feels right.
Call the ambulance.
All the ambulance. We do need to book ambulance matches, so that doesn't hurt to grab. But it is 55 grand, and I'd have to grab all 3 just for the card. Not gonna do it this week, and I'm not gonna spend a no guy. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Charity. Throw him up.
Wow.
You're up, baby.
36. And to pay for some of that, we are gonna need our advertising queen to head out there and peddle anything. We need just anything you could sell. Over here, yeah, literally bathwater if we need to. Not many call-outs I want to rock right now. I'm gonna go ahead and book. Oh shit.
Oh.
Angelo Dawkins wants a rematch against Carl Anderson, and Omos wants a rematch against Coral Anderson. So guess what that means?
Oh, it's the Coral Invitational.
Oh yeah, here we go. Coral.
Line it up for him. That's funny.
The 2 against 1 basically. They both got beef against Coral. Perfect. And you know what? We'll just make that extreme rules.
That's a good story too. They both want to beat his ass so bad that it could cost him the match.
That is true. Scripps and Tyler Bate. See, this is why I don't want to use an I know a guy, and maybe Macho Man. You know what? We'll give him a chill week. We'll come out and cut a promo. Over here, Scripps and Omos are a tag team, and Omos is in the Coral Invitational, so we can't run that. So we will run Scripps and Bait. Maybe we'll run that just as a level 4 feud. Our advertising queen is doing things. So we might as well get Kevin Owens. You know what? We are going to have a Canadian rivalry. Look it. Although, man, Kevin Owens is such a baby. Maybe he can just call out the Canadian. Get a good Canadian off going. And then over here, I think we're going to do Wolfgang and Randy. And then I think Macho Man will get a match And we're going to put him against Rey Mysterio. And I think that's actually going to be our main event just because of Legend versus Legend. And we're going to go ahead and throw a Falls Count anywhere. Yeah, it's only 12 grand. So our show is 75 grand, mostly because Duke Hudson is running Charity University. So I like that. We're not going to do anything else. What's the match rules? Wait, match rules. So it's match type.
So
is
you
this.
need.
Oh.
Now, what I don't know, if you're this close, this would be the week to test it. What I don't know is if you left one as normal. In theory, that's a match rule because it's on the list.
Right. I thought that was
list.
match type. Damn, I'm always getting confused with those two.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll run it. So where is it?
But normal is a match type because it's one of the match type
Okay.
options. So I would think,
Yeah, it's a different match type.
yeah, I would think that would
Ooh.
count and save you on one of them.
All right, we'll check. Well, this is the time for testing.
I'll make the mental note since it's the second show of the recording to make sure we look at that at the top of the next recording.
I'll keep that. I'm a little worried about Randy Orton and Tyler Bate, but we can navigate that easily. Okay. Feeling groovy, feeling good. Normal, Extreme Rules, tables, Falls Count Anywhere. We'll check if that counts. Yeah, we're locking this one in. I just don't know about the Legend versus Legend or the level 4 rivalry, but we'll see which one pops better. The Falls Count Anywhere should help it.
Yeah, the step, and it was one of their specialties.
Sorry. I was just looking at it. I might as well do the Cody effect and put the table match there.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay, I'm locking it in for sure now.
There it is.
Santos Escobar is tired as getting his ass stomped by Roman Reigns. Isn't there someone else you can match me up against, please?
Please.
No chance, you
Oh
son
my!
of a bitch. Oh, come on! I'm
Don't
getting.
care about
You do this 13 or 14 more times, I am out of here. And then Blair.
Yeah, get the baseball reference insert.
God damn it, man. I swear you guys rip on me 13 or 14 more times, I'm out of here.
Thank you. Blair Davenport says she's not feeling right. So she wants 2 weeks off, and I said at the last show if she did not get hurt, I would get her some rest, so I was already going to do it anyway, so we'll do that one. And she says, thanks, boss. I'm tired, boss. So, alright. Have a TLC match, and we get I Know a Guy to get 10 Talent Scout points. So we might try to get that. But we got to start packing them in. And to help with that, I think it's time to upgrade our arena to tier 4.
Ooh.
And ambulance match is now in Cheek's repertoire.
Ambulance.
It's the Wambulance. Alright. So, we got our big purchase out of the way. I don't really select an opposing arena. Okay. I don't really want to buy any of these cards. I don't have anything to help with Finn Balor's injury in terms of shortening the time. So yeah, I don't really think I'm gonna do anything with Network Special because I'm trying to rest a bunch of stars this week. And I don't have a lot of individual contracts to hand out. So I think we're just gonna book the show and kind of see where we can go here. Thank you. We just don't have.
Could it be time for Post Malone to step into the ring?
Could it be time for you to shut the hell up? We don't know. I'm just kidding. But what I think it is time for Dusty Rhodes.
Am I gonna get to my son, Daddy?
Wrestling debut with his son.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Cody Rhodes. That's right. I think it's time we do this.
Wow.
Now,
No. John Cena had it right all along.
Where were you when Cody and Dusty teamed up?
Father and son duo. Now, I do know that Cody is getting lower on his stamina, and we're trying to make it to the finale with Finn Balor. But Finn's out for a little while, so maybe if we can get another rivalry to pop, we can roll with it. And who better?
Oh my God.
than Roman Reigns and Andre the Giant.
They say tag
War
team
of the
wrestling's dead.
That's a spicy one, boys.
Mm-hmm.
That is big time. So, we got that popping. We love it. Rhea Ripley, Zoe Starks. Let's get this rivalry back in action again. I like it. I like it. And then, man, I think Gigi and Tiffany would be a good fit this week, just to fill in a gap. Hopefully the rivalry continues to grow as well. And then, oh dear, yeah, there's not a lot. I'm thinking the wheels are turning. I want to get Santos in there because I don't really care about him.
Sound like my father.
This is just going to be a throwaway match. I'm going to use Trick because he has the best stamina out of everyone else. This is just kind of a match to fill the card while I rest some of my other stars, or try to, or I don't know. We're just in shambles. But Post gets his normal spot to do some more training.
He just needs more training before he gets in there.
He does. He also
Not
actually...
ready.
You gonna go self? Yeah.
I might do self. It might be time to work on that popularity just a smidge.
Yeah. Mix them
So-
both. Mix them both.
Yeah. So we're just working them. We're milking them back and forth.
Get them others.
Yo.
He does got nipples.
He do be getting milked on them nipples.
Good. All right.
And I'm demonetized.
I don't know. You might have just got an influx of
Yeah.
fetish fans. Gosh, I guess Gunther. We can have him call out what's his tits.
Fucking stand. It fucking team.
Stags Lorenzo. You can get my name out.
Wow. Don't disrespect. Wait, that was Dusty Rhodes.
No, did with big that.
That's locker room morale. He's looking up. For
Wow.
Yeah, he's like a locker room leader. That's fair.
Good. All right, and then as much as I'd love to do something, I think I'm gonna rest Cameron Good Times Grimes as well. I think it's the wise thing to do. So I'm gonna leave this open. The show's already gonna be pretty spotty anyway, so I think it's the right play. Just to might as well get rest, because me doing a promo here probably isn't gaining much show
Also,
wise.
before you submit, can you check your
Oh yeah,
the goals thing?
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, I might use this next week too. I might do it next week. That'll be clutch. But yes.
So this was where
Ooh,
the
TL.
season challenge. Sorry, was what I meant. Was if that? Yeah. So it is every title match grabs that instead of every show. So you'll get that this week.
Nice. Hey, all right. And then I wish I could see who the superstars were that I promoted.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I'm not really close to anything else. I guess I can work on getting a freaking TLC match booked. I don't want to kill these guys, so that one's not worth it. How much is the TLC? 36,000, of course. But we're gonna do it just to get another goal checked off, and it gets us a card that I might need to use sometime in the near future. So, all right, it's a pretty slapped together show, but I think it's one that think it's one we can work with. So we upgraded our arena. What else do you want?
Speaking of slap together, it's Monday Night Raw, courtesy of AI Teddy. And he's got Io Sky kicking off the show, defending the Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. Charlotte going to get the title back around her waist in a 3.5-star opener. Karrion Kross comes out, self-promo, says, please, can I get anybody to care about me? And one person cares ever so slightly.
It was his mom.
I love you, baby boy. Stardust teaming up with Joe Gacy, taking on Dexter Lumis and Josh Briggs. Levis going to get the win along with Briggs. 2 stars. Nothing else going on. MVP calls out L.A. Knight. Stale. Not L.A. Knight, but the rivalry. They've been going at it for a long time. Shayna Baszler and Asuka continuing their level 4 feud. Asuka going to get the win. 4 stars. Big mistake on the curve, Raw. +1 popularity to world champion JD McDonough in the main event. The Fiend Bray Wyatt and Drew Gulak teaming up to take out Paragon J. Pierce, Kira Tozawa. Rivalry ensues in a tornado tag match. Paragon and Tozawa get the win. Tozawa's injured for 2 weeks. Rivalry goes to level 4. Over on ECW, we lost a good soldier, but we fight on. And the ladies kick it off with a tag team TLC match. The Queen, Becky Lynch, teaming up with Tegan Nox, and they get the win over Bayley and Xia Li. And Bayley is pissed, so mad, and we find out why, because in a briefcase, it was a weirdly shaped briefcase with a weird like out dent, the opposite of an indent. I don't know what you just call that. I'm gonna call it an out dent. But in that briefcase had been Becky Lynch's crown. Bayley misses the opportunity to be queen. Ludwig Kaiser says, I'm selling finger rings if you want to pose for a picture like this. And we get $13,000 at the expense of 8 popularity. Arms folded over contest between Ricochet and Ridge Holland. But Butch runs out, unfolds the arms of Ricochet by force, which allows Ridge Holland a 2-star victory. Then we got the fatal 4-way schmaz here. It's going to be Uncle Howdy, Giovanni Vinci, Tony D'Angelo, and Joaquin Wilde, just for us to get the different match rules on again this week. Joaquin Wilde, the television champ, going to grab a win. 2.5 stars. Uncle Howdy and Giovanni Vinci have their singles feud go to level 2 and in the main event. ECW World Title on the line. Brooks Jensen asked us for an opportunity, and we granted it. And right before we signed the contract, deep in the distance, you could hear, Josh! And it just kept getting louder and louder and louder. All of a sudden, Chad Gable snuck in the room, hit Brooks Jensen, took the pin, and signed his name to the contract as well. Logan Paul defending in triple threat action, and he hangs on to the belt in a 4-star main event. Chad Gable, Brooks Jensen just arguing so much it allowed Logan Paul to sneak in, keep his belt, and survive as champion for another day.
Wow, ECW is Logan Paul. Over on SmackDown, Tyler Bate, little tiny mouth, Scripps, normal sized mouth, going at it. Level 4 feud to kick off the opener tables match. Tyler Bate, little mouth, victorious. Great match, but Tyler Bate is injured for 2 weeks. That is fine. That will bring us right to the pay-per-view. He'll come back and finish off this rivalry at pay-per-view. Perfect. Kevin Owens calls out Robert Roode, and we get the Canadian rivalry. No one wanted it, but we got it anyways. Extreme Rules, Omos and Angelo Dawkins. We're saying this is a 2v1 because they both had beef against Coral Anderson. And yeah, so, it's a triple threat, but we're pretending it's a 2v1. Let's see who comes out victorious. Angelo Dawkins comes out, and Omos and Anderson still get going there. So you know what? We're pretending Omos and Anderson just went off fighting into the crowd, and Angelo wins the account out. Alexa Bliss sells her bathwater for $15,500, only loses 3 popularity. That's why she's the queen, damn it. In the mid card, Randy Orton facing on Wolfgang. This is just kind of, this is one of those rivalries where we just need to get through it. I don't think Randy Orton's lost a damn match in this rivalry. And our newest member of SmackDown, he throws him up. That's only 12,000 fans. That's actually not that great for 36K. That one kind of hurts.
That could
We will
cause you
move
to
on.
jump me though this week. It could be the difference.
It could be the difference. We'll see if it's close. We'll decide if we want to keep spending 36 grand or if Andre Chase will get into the fight. Anyways, Macho Man versus Rey Mysterio, legend. Rey Mysterio, Macho Man just can't win a damn match. That's his problem. We'll work on that. Macho Man, don't worry, you're 0-3, but here on SmackDown, we take care of our wrestlers and we will take care of you. So don't worry. But that is a nice little feud popping off there.
Speaking of nice feuds, Rhea Ripley, Zoe Stark get to renew theirs in a TLC match in our opener. And, of course, Rhea Ripley wins an amazing match, and the rivalry grows. Speaking of growing, Post Malone's popularity just skyrocketed into the double digits. I think he was at 4, or no, he was at 8, I think. So he should be at 13 now. I don't know. Whatever. Big nipples. And then Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton renewing their rivalry. And Tiffany Stratton, it's Tiffy time. The rivalry grows, but mediocre match. And then Gunther calling out Stax, calling him a little bitch because he needs his rest, because he's tired. The rivalry grows because Stax didn't like that. Stax don't like that. You got a German guy, huh, talking to me? And then Trick Williams, Santos Escobar. Just two good guys, but they're gonna clash here. In the throwaway match, Escobar wins, and he's happy because he didn't get his ass kicked by Roman Reigns this week. Does that change next week? Find out soon enough. But the match we've all been waiting for. I wish we could spectate it, but we can't.
Two dads teaming up with their sons.
Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, all roads lead to hell, baby. Because that's where Roman Reigns and Andre the Giant are going to put their titles on the line.
Oh, no!
Wow.
Rhodes.
Wow. The Rhodes rivalry pops.
Yes,
They cannot get over the hill and take out these two amazing giants. They keep their belts. Who's going to take it from them? The Escobar. LWO got them one time, but that might have been a fluke. This is crazy.
All right, to run down. Solid booking tonight, boys. Solid booking tonight. Tegan Knox.
All we know.
And Becky Lynch win a 3.5-star TLC match over Xia Li and Bayley. Does kickstart a tag feud that we have as an option as well. Ridge Holland defeats Ricochet after Butch makes Ricochet unfold his arms, causing him to lose the match. Fatal 4-way action with Keen Wilde takes down Tony D'Angelo, Giovanni Vinci, and Uncle Howdy. Vinci and Howdy have their rivalry go up to level 2. And in the main event, Logan Paul hanging on to the ECW World Championship in a 4-star match over Brooks Jensen and Chad Gable. Jensen and Gable go up to level 2. On SmackDown, Tyler Bate, he's going to miss 2 weeks, but like Candace said, he'll be ready for the pay-per-view. He takes down Scripps in a 3.5-star opener. 3 stars for Angelo Dawkins over Omos and Coral Anderson. Omos and Coral battling through the crowd. Their feud goes up to level 2. Randy Orton takes down Wolfgang in a 3.5-star singles match. I had a weird hiccup coming there, and then it didn't happen. Rey Mysterio, 4 stars over Macho Man Randy Savage. And they kickstart a brand new feud between the two legends. On the cost side, Kevin Owens has called out his next potential opponent for the world title as he wants to out Canada Robert Roode.
And I guess I should say it was an Extreme Rules match. There was no count out. They just left the building, and because there's not a no falls count. That the ref was just like, all right.
Yeah, you just got to throw it out and reward it at that point.
Yeah.
And on WCW, Rhea Ripley gets rewarded with a victory over her rivalry, Zoe Stark, 4 stars. Rivalry moving to level 2. 2-star match for Tiffany Stratton and Gigi Dolan, with their rivalry also moving to level 2. Santos Escobar gets a night off from Roman Reigns and grabs a win over Trick Williams, 1.5 stars. And then Cody and Dusty come up short, but their story might be just getting started. 3.5 stars. Roman and Andre hanging on to the tag titles. Gunther calling out Stax Lorenzo for taking naps, and Stax didn't like that very much. And then finally, AI Raw, 3.5 stars. Charlotte Flair takes the Women's Championship off of Io Sky. Bass and Briggs take down Gacy and Stardust. 2-star tag match. 4 stars for Asuka over Shayna Baszler. And in the main event, 4 stars as Paragon J. Pierce and Akira Tozawa take down Drew Gulak and The Fiend, but Akira Tozawa injured for 2 weeks. Then you can see MVP called out LA Knight. Nothing happened because they're already level 4. For our wrap-ups, AI Raw, 112 rating score for them. They'll get 46,000 fans, $68,000. For ECW, we get a 106. We'll get 38,000 fans and $127,000. Tegan Knox, Becky Lynch make a good tag team. For Smackdown, 113 on the rating score, 59,000 fans, $90,000.
All right, Chase, you might be cutting more promos.
And then WCW 109 rating score, 43,000 fans, $110,000. We get contract negotiation 2 over on ECW for our commissioner goal. Cheek will grab I Know a Guy for the commissioner goal. And the fixed match card for having his title matches. And there it is. The Chase U effect. Duke Hudson brought in 12,000 fans, and now SmackDown has a 10,000 fan lead.
Wow.
They jump into first, and then Teddy Long, 25,000 behind me, and Cheek is 11,000 behind Teddy. So we're going to get some emails, and then we'll wrap up this episode, and the emails are going to be mine this week. Brooks Jensen appreciates the title shot. Good to know I got boss keeps her word. Wasn't able to take home the gold either way. Just want to let you know I appreciate all you've been done, the opportunities given to me. Proved me before. You removed my contract. Good management. Always appreciated. I appreciate you, Brooks. Someday you might have your moment. People that aren't having their moment, though, would be Giovanni Vinci, who is demanding to win his next match. I have no idea if I have a fixed match card in place, but worst case, I can do like GM interference against a jobber for a night and make that happen. But we gotta wait until the next episode to see what we do. So, Cheek, I'm gonna open up with you here for our wrap-up. Couple good shows for you. Kicking off some new rivalries as you're, climbing your way back into the ranks. But obviously the Finn Balor injury hurts a little bit. But you got some depth going on. How do you feel after this episode?
I feel pretty good. I need to find a way to get Finn back for the pay-per-view. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But that would kind of suck because that's a really good rivalry. I want to finish that off. But the good news is the Rhodes rivalry with Andre and Roman popped, so I got that in my back pocket, and there's going to be a good story line with that, so I'm very happy. I was happy to upgrade my arena, so we got some good things going on, and we're checking off our goals, so I feel like we're coming. We're gonna pass. Yeah, we're gonna pass Raw very soon. I feel it. And then once I get my trophy, I'm just going to the top. But, right now, letdown's on top. He stole Macho Man, and he stole your lead, Cody. So, just saying, he's been quite the thief tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to let Canada close, because I was going to say just that. Tough night for ECW, put on good shows. But, that's the nature of the beast. The power cards come into play. You never know how the shakeups are going to work. And I didn't want to say it out loud during Backlash on the off chance the idea wasn't there, but I figured once I signed Macho Man, if he didn't win that title, there was probably a good chance he was going to be the guy taken, but I felt it was worth the risk to bring him in, see what happens. We had a great match, didn't get it done. We transitioned our plan to using a homecoming card on Eddie Guerrero to have him for the season, but we do lose the lead. We do lose a big superstar and then have to kind of, spend 90,000 to like refunnel that. I think we'll be able to adjust and move. We've got a special promotion card that we can use on a pay-per-view. We got the Extreme Rules card that we'll be able to drop later on this season at some point. I think we've got the facility to get back in, but it's going to be a good competition. Not only did Canada jump me, but you know, Cheek, you're climbing up. Teddy's right there too, so it is solid and competitive. Canada, I'm gonna let you wrap up here because a huge episode for you. You know, you take the lead in fans, you get a huge acquisition. You know, we discussed the potential power of that charity promo despite the cost, and it ends up being the difference maker to close out tonight.
Yeah, I really, I guess, I think it was 12,000 fans that dude got us. So, where are we? Yeah, 12,000. We would have been a couple, I guess 2,000 behind you this week had I not done that. Or I guess even more, but I can't do my math right. I can't figure out why I can't do that right. But anyways, at any rate, it actually definitely was the difference maker. So like that, might have to do it again. I guess I was a little disappointed when I saw it initially, and then I guess I thought, well, fans are a larger commodity than cash is. $12,000 is not that much, but 12,000 fans, damn, that is a lot. So I guess I'll end it by saying SmackDown's on top. If you like SmackDown on top, it's not that much of a letdown. So I'm going to end it with a question because I was just wondering, do you guys think that Teddy gets a shakeup card?
Yes.
I've assumed
wonder,
so.
like,
We just have no way of finding out unless we like
Right.
stumble into it.
Well, hopefully
Oh, it'll get used on you soon.
looking up, and hopefully he falls into last place. It's going to be our plan falls together.
Oh, he's going to.
Yeah, he will.
Going
And I
bad.
actually, too, have a question, and that is to the lovely people watching. Have you liked the video? Are you subscribed to the channel? Have you enjoyed the GM mode content? Because there are correct answers to all three of those. The answer to all three of those should be yes. If you answered no to any of them, go ahead and fix it right now because we've got more amazing action coming. We've got another booking episode. We'll have our second pay-per-view, and after second pay-per-view, it's going to be bragging rights. And if you're like, what the hell is bragging rights? Look for the Cody Rhodes thumbnail in the playlist. Watch the first bragging rights special. So it's going to get hot and sizzling as we approach SummerSlam and everything to go. And we've got great competition going on here. We're all in there nice and deep and tight. Just so warm and sorry about that. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, do a dance, celebrate the good times. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.